Alrighty, it's your boys the Youngsters, and we are back with another updated must-have tier list for December. But before we begin, make sure you guys subscribe. Obviously, if these videos are helpful in any type of way, we're on the road to 10K, so any type of subscription and support we get, we'll take it, and of course, we'll appreciate it 100%. So, without all that stuff, let's just get into it. We have 5 new characters, the 3 Ukioras, and new Christmas units. They are all premium, not premium. These 2 are seasonals, but the other 2 are premium. Like, we've had a lot of premium characters, obviously, within the span of the last 2 months, right? Because we had 2 mid-month. We had the mid-month for November that were premium, right? How much was premium? We had 3 premium? No, we had 2. So we had the Mayuri and them, and then we had the Aizen and them, and then we had the Ukiora, and then even before the Mayuri and then they were premium. So yeah, but let's just start in order. So we have Blue Ukiora here. So here he is. Ukiora here, right? Again, they're all premium, or I guess the first 2 are premium, and the first 2, second, last 2 I guess are seasonal. But we'll see, right? So burn and weaken on all strong attacks, 852 SP. He has Hollow and Espada Killer. I mean, Espada Killers, I guess that's going to be useful in Guild Quests and Espada bosses only. But regardless, like, just in general, it's not really a great killer in my opinion. Because it's not going to work anywhere else besides as Guild Quests and final bosses, right? And even in Guild Quests, it's just final bosses, but that matters the most, right? And then Hollow Killers, which is pretty good, right? Team/party speed attribute or wrong card damage to status ailment affected enemies plus 40%. So he does 40% more damage to any speed attribute or wrong card. Oh no, I guess he gives team/party. Yeah, that's team/party. So he gives speed attribute or wrong cards 40% extra damage to anybody who's inflicted with a debuff, right? Or ailment. He has Arankar Resonance, which is a new skill, strong attack damage plus 10%. And how that works is basically for every Arankar on the team, you actually get 10% increase. So if there's just him, it's just 10%. If there's 2, it's 20%. If there's 3, not of him, but just any Arankar, then it goes up by 10% for each Arankar on the field. So I think this is going to be, like, this is better for, obviously, like in epic raids where there's 6 people, right? Berserker plus 40%, Bombardment plus 1, complete status immunity, which he had shared, but it doesn't really matter. Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Devastation plus 40%, Frenzy plus 1, Havoc plus 20%, and then also status ailment spiritual pressure boost plus 80%. And then for Sultry, long stride, sharpshooter, and sprinter plus 2. He's a great character. He's very fast. Very strong. My only thing with this unit is the simple fact that he's gonna hit hard. He's gonna hit hard. Like, the Arankar Resonance, you need Arankar units, and there's not many blue. Like, if we be realistic for 2.2 seconds, right? There are not that many blue Arankar characters that you're going to willingly want to use. Like, the only one I see you using is the Grimjaw. Right, that's literally the only one I see you using. I guess Neargate, but you're not using him in. I mean, I guess you could actually. Yeah, it's literally just Neargate. You're not using any of these other characters here. You've never touched these characters in years. Yeah, you've never touched any of these characters in years. Right, it's literally only most likely Neargate and Grimjaw. You don't use these other characters as much as you want to. You don't use them. So, right, literally, you would have to have this guy, right, really, for this to be crazy, because even when you're using Grimjaws, you're gonna want to use pots, right? But let's look at his strong attacks here. So his first strong attack is a 3000 length of beam, pretty good. Second strong attack is a homing vortex. I believe it's not the same though as Aizen's and them, right? Yeah, it's a different homing vortex. Right, so there's that. I know it's a homing vortex, but and then he has the full screen, right? So overall, I mean, like, him as a character, right, in terms of DPS, he could be a must-have. Like, I might put him in a must-have DPS. I think he's great. I think if you pull him, he's a great option. Like, he, can surpass a lot of these characters. There's only 2 speed. He would be the 3rd one. But I would say, like, you could use him over Zashiro, because Zashiro's biggest feat is the counter attack that he has, which is garbage. And then also the 80% spiritual pressure boost, right? But overall, besides that, Zashiro has nothing else going on, right? While Ukiura literally does the same thing but more. So my god, I closed the tier list. I closed the tier list, y'all. Okay, it's saved though. But yeah. Yeah, I would say he's a must-have DPS, right? Even though he's premium, he still doesn't change the fact that he's very, very good, right? In my opinion. So there is that. Now we have the power Ukiura, weaken on everything. He's a NAD character. The defense like down, I guess that's what I'm gonna call it. The defense down debuff with multi-barrier and the shield, of course. Normal attack damage was 20%. He also has Captain Killer. 60% Berserker, 40% Bruiser, 5 seconds Debilitator, 10 seconds Diminisher, Flurry +1, Killer Effect +30%, pretty good. 50 in Guild Quest. Like, you can honestly use this guy in, especially with those new skills that have been leaked, for the Retsu and Kenpachi. I'm telling you, it cannot be nobody else but Retsu and Kenpachi. But, for that new skill with the team/party and Brave Battle, you can definitely use this guy. And he will probably be cracked. Multi-barrier, he has the boost and he has the like killer effect, and then range plus 10% multi-barrier. Like, he'll be good if the skill works how we think it works. He will be good there. And then he has full stamina, only increased normal attack damage was 40%, paralyzed resistance, I guess, and then sharpshooter. He's the only character in the game to have this, right? So there is that, right? But overall, he's nothing different from what we've already seen, right? He's just another red Nada character, right? In terms of his damage, I don't even want to say because, like, realistically, all NAD characters hit pretty hard. If you want me to be brutally honest with you, all NAD characters hit fairly hard. He's literally no different than this Soifun, right? So literally, actually, same build, multi-barrier. I guess he has the defense down, but I wouldn't say chase a red NAD character, right? I wouldn't say, unless they're like as broken as, like, who's the NAD character here? That's just off the top. Are there no NAD characters here? Aizen, right? Aizen is different though, because Aizen has like 20 million boosts, right? And he just cannot die, literally, right? But Ukiura, he's a premium character too. I wouldn't really say he's a must-have. I'd say he's could have, right? And so there is that. And then we have this Ukiura, who has weaken on everything, 847 SP, a Ronkar killer, which is pretty good. Strong attack recharge time -12%. Team/party mind attribute or Ronkar damage to status ailment affected enemies plus 40%. So any obviously mind Ronkars you're using with him, team/party, they do 40% more damage to anybody who's debuffed. That is I guess it's just anybody who's debuffed, right? Doesn't really matter. Berserker plus 40%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Devastation plus 40%, Frenzy plus 1. He is a heart droplet character, and he's a super link slot character, and a regular link slot character. He is actually the same as the Uryu, right? He's the other Uryu, but he doesn't have like Pierce Iron Skin or anything like that, right? But he does have increased status ailment chance against heart attribute enemies plus 10%. Sprinter plus 1, and then also has team/party 20% recover stamina, guard break, and havoc. If you want the honest answer, he is a must-have character. He is a must-have character, right? He's literally just a worse Ukiura, or not worse Ukiura, a worse Uryu, because Uryu has the Pierce Iron Skin, but doesn't change the fact. Let me close these other tabs since we're done with him. It doesn't change the fact that he's droplet, super link slot, and regular pot unit, right? Any type of character like that will be in a must-have character, right? He is a must-have, right? So anytime, honestly, the Ukiura banner reruns, I would say you could summon on it, right? Again, they are premium, so you're not guaranteed to get them off tickets, but you can get them off tickets. While you have characters like this Aizen and Yamamoto, where they're must summon characters, but you cannot pull them off tickets. So I don't really want to tell people to summon use your orbs on these characters, but you could, right? They're all pretty good, realistically. So there's that. We have the new Christmas units though, Hallibel and Yoruichi. We don't need to go over them too deeply, but I can tell you right now, they're not must-have characters at all, right? They're not bad, but it's like the typings too, it just even makes it like, well, let's talk about it, I guess. So Hallibel has freeze on everything, 847 SP, right? Soul Reaper Killer, which is good. Her best feat is this, right? Damage inflicted at full stamina plus 30%. You can give that to anybody in the game who's a heart character. It will get the stats from her as well. Berserker plus 40%. Coin drop plus 70%. Damage to frozen enemies plus 40%. Debilitator plus 5 seconds. Devastation plus 40%. Frenzy plus 1. And she's a mind link slot character with her strong attack recharge time built in the skills. She does have stamina only, full stamina only, increased strong attack damage plus 40%. Guard break plus hit enemies, and sprinter plus 1. Here's my thing. I can never tell you at this point she's a must-have. Like, this is the problem with her, right? For me, I can't tell you she's a must-have character, again, because of her typing. She's a heart character. If you have Ichigo, Aizen, Yoruichi, or CN here, why am I going to tell you to keep summoning for this? Right? The only thing she has that's different from all three of these, or all four of these characters literally, is this. The link slot. Right? But we don't need more heart characters that do more damage, right? We don't need, like, I get it, she's an option, right? She's an option, but she's not even, like, she's no different from who? Like, who's here? I guess she could go into could have, right? You could have her. I don't think she's a must-have character by any means. Like, besides her soul trait, and besides her droplets, like, she's just doing more damage, right? And realistically, you can use any purple character, like, and must have, obviously, to do the damage. Even Masaki could do the damage, right? So yeah, I don't know. I feel like because they're hearts and power, like, we have to, like, I don't want to tell you to use her over all these heart characters, right? Or even Yoruichi over Yamamoto, Bruno, Kenpachi. That doesn't make sense because they're not better than them, right? But yeah, I think she's a must-have, could have DPS. And then for Yoruichi here, she got paralyzed on everything. She does have a boost with healing, 843 SP, Quincy Killer. She does have technique droplet drop, so you know where she's going. Berserker plus 40%, Booster plus 30%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Devastation plus 40%, Enhancer plus 10 seconds, Frenzy plus 1, built-in strong attack recharge time, negative 12%, and she is actually a droplet or link slot character as well. Her soul trait, she has guard break, medic, and sprinter plus 1. So the difference between her and Hallibel is she actually has more of a use, right? She is a must-have support. She does have the pots as well, just like Hallibel, but she also has technique droplet drops plus 30%. She is the only character in the game to have that specific soul trait. There's many characters who have this soul trait. Many characters, right? Yoruichi is literally the only character to have the technique droplet drops plus 30%. And for the people who do not understand what that does, it's not even like, I'm not even going to go over her skills right now because there's no other reason for you to have her besides this, right? Unless you like the units, of course. But what this means is you can put this on any character, which means if you have this unit and you put it as a link on any character, they don't have to be power. Any character that this unit is linked up to will now gain a skill that gives them 30% droplet drops for technique. That is very, very good. That is very good because when they have ×3 droplets that everybody wants to farm, guess what? I can now, if I have 3, which would be her, Gin, and let's say Rose. If I put all 3 of them on my Hanataro here, guess what? I am getting 30% for 4 different types of droplets out of 5 typings. That is very good. So when it comes to these characters who have the technique droplet drops or droplet drops of 30%, I do think they are must-have characters because of the insane value you get from them when we have things like ×3 enriched droplet zones, when we have ×3 or bonus drops for droplets, right? Again, putting it on anybody makes it that you're not forced to use this character. If I want, I could put this character on my Yamamoto and farm droplets now, right? I could literally put 3 of these characters on my Yamamoto, who is a damage dealer, and farm droplets. That's how it is. But like enriched droplet zone is easy, but like let's say I only want to use Yamamoto, I don't want to use nobody else. I can now get a bonus from these 3 characters onto him. So this is going to be the must-have support and just the must-have tier list. I think this one we had a lot more like must-have DPS. and must-have like supports. We had a lot more must-have. We had 3 out of 5 characters in must-have, and the other 2 went into could-have, right? Where's this Ukiari? It should be down here, right? We had 2 in could-have, and then obviously 3 in like the must-haves. We could technically put this Ukiyo in must-haves, but I don't like, again, it literally no different than Soy Fun, right? Hallibel, again, you could have her in must-have, because she does have the drop the link slots too, which makes her different from all these characters. But it's like, would I, if I'm using somebody for links slots, would I want to use her? Would I want to use Nini or Isane? I'd probably still want to use Isane. But she definitely does like hit her very hard. So you could put her in like one of these tiers maybe because of the damage she will do. But I don't think it's like, I don't think she's on par with like these characters, right? Link slots is not all it takes for you to be a must-have character, clearly. But yeah, this is going to be my must-have tier list. You guys let me know if you like it or not. So far, I think this is like our 4th or 5th one. It seems like every time I do this, nobody says anything like negative about it. They always say this is right, this is right. Right? I've never gotten a comment saying it's a wrong tier list yet, so hopefully I still haven't failed that. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, if you're new, make sure you guys subscribe. We're on the road to 10K. If these videos are helpful in any type of way, make sure you guys subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.